Good Monday morning. As promised, I wanted to come and just share a little bit of what's on my heart this morning. Last night we had a storm roll through. Maybe some of you experienced the same. So we had some pretty strong winds and some hard rain for just a little bit. We were lucky we didn't have hail or any damage in our area, but maybe others have. And just that reminded me of an analogy just in life, how we have different storms that hit our lives. Sometimes maybe we know they're coming for some time, others really blindside us, and just the tailspin that can put us in. And so, also just kind of want to note that different storms perhaps kind of elicit different support. When we, for example, if we lose somebody to death, then that's very public and people know and they can support us in times of stress immediately after a loss. Then there's other losses or challenges in life that we don't talk about, and it's hard to navigate because we don't have that support system potentially. And so just thinking through and being tender and kind to the people around us, because we don't know what storms are hitting them and we don't know how they're taking in that experience, because even though, for example, we're all dealing with COVID, that means something different for every one of us. If we have a loved one who is currently ill or we've lost somebody to COVID, that means probably something very different than somebody who hasn't had a direct encounter with that. And so just as I think, how do we be gentle with others, but how do we also be gentle with ourselves when there's times of challenge for us on the horizon or that we're currently navigating. Also, just an awareness that storms can be short-lived. They can kind of breeze in and out, and other times it can feel like the clouds just won't leave, that there's days or even months or years sometimes that we're navigating a challenge. And so again, kind of finding ways to be gentle with ourselves, find ways. Something that I appreciate and encourage people to do quite often is being able to journal, because you can do that at any point. Middle of the night, whatever that is, there's always that opportunity to grab a pen and paper, or if you're more of a typer, some people don't like to write, so even just speaking it out can be helpful. There is something about acknowledging the challenges that we're facing that kind of packs a punch to the storm. It can give voice to what's so painful and hard and allow it to not be so intense for us. And so just don't underestimate the value of even giving that challenge, starting to put words to it and trying to shape and form that for yourself. And then also just the power of having a trusted space. If you have a friend who has the capacity to not jump in and try to fix something, but truly just listen and be with you in maybe a pain that you're facing or a challenge that you're going through, that there is just tremendous value and healing, I guess, that comes from that experience. And so just wanted to throw that out as just a couple options as ways to cope. Also, if you are struggling, being able to know that counseling is an amazing resource as well. Having spaces where it doesn't affect any of our other relationships in life unless we choose to talk about it in those relationships, but that's a space that's confidential, that's for us to kind of navigate what life is currently, what we're going through, and give voice to that, get some tools that can be helpful as well. So just a few little thoughts about navigating the storms of life as we navigate this Monday. And I hope that you have an amazing week ahead. Take care.